This chair is so much better than my chair. It's very like this, but this one actually doesn't have you sitting comfortable.
I really hate doing Zoom. So you guys know. I'm only doing it because they're making me.
What do you prefer? Or you don't like?
I prefer to do it in person.
Yeah.
I feel like your engagement is
yeah, I didn't know StreamYard like that better. I'm just curious.
Yeah, you get a better.
I agree. However, I am enjoying Zoom for my CE classes.
Yeah, right. Hello, hello. Come on in.
Bigger class.
Yes, much bigger. Come on in, take a seat.
All your equipment with you.
Yes.
Do you have to pay for the charging?
No, it's included.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
You can charge your car.
Yeah. Does everyone have their coffee this morning?
Two cups. My first thing I wake up, because I drop in the eye and start coughing.
Right. Come on in, y'all. Grab yourself a cup of coffee if you want.
Very way too much stuff that I'm doing.
Morning, everyone. Just waiting on a few more people to come in and we will start shortly. right, everybody, in the can you guys hear me on Zoom?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, great. All right, everyone. In the chat box, I just dropped a social media planner for you guys that we're going to be going over. So for everyone that is in person, they will have a copy of my little social media planner. It just has the days of the week and then also has some marketing ideas on there. So it kind of help you. I'm going to try and divert my attention to both, but we do have a full room. So as you guys can see, I have a full house. So I'm going to try and focus on the people that are in person. But if you have questions, speak up and I will definitely try and answer them. I have you guys on full volume over here. All right. Good morning. All right. So you should see in the group chat, there is a social media planner. All right. Yes, I can re-add that in. Hold on just a second here. Guys, I am a beginner at Zoom. I'm good at social media, but this is new to me. So please be kind. Can everyone hear me okay? Yes. Okay. Thumbs up. All right. I like seeing those beautiful faces on the screen. It's not just me. All right. Everyone hear me okay in person? Is my volume up? All right. Awesome. So we're gonna talk about some social media today. There's several different platforms that you can do social media on, but the big thing that everyone fails at with real estate and social media is that you're not consistent. So I'm going to try and help you guys be a little bit more consistent with that. I myself am not as good at this as I should be. You want to plan out your week in advance if you can, as far in advance as you can. That way you don't have to be like every morning, oh my God, what am I going to post? What am I going to post? What am I going to post? You know, that's the last thing that you want to do is wake up every morning and spend 5 hours on social media. Let's be more productive with it. Let's plan out our day. So what I have given you guys is a weekly planner to start with, which is going to have at the bottom, it has the Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and TikTok on the bottom. You don't have to use all these. Use what you are actually on, where you have a following. Don't spread yourself too thin and try not to post the exact same content on every platform. I've seen some people where they enjoy cross posting and say that you don't have the same followers on every platform, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I was always taught to try and differentiate your content from one platform to another. One of the good things that this will help you with as well is batching your content. Batching your content means that you're creating it at one day during the week, and then you're scheduling it out for the rest of the week. So if you're going to make videos, you make all your videos on a Monday, and then you schedule them to post throughout the week. Same thing with your squeeze pages for your KV Core or whatever website you're using. That way you're not having to do it right the same day of. Now, I will tell you, if you're scheduling your content and you're doing squeeze pages, please remember that with this market right now, homes are moving so fast. If you're doing a squeeze page on a specific property, make sure that that property is active the day that you post it. Otherwise, you're going to be posting a dead link later on down the road. And nobody wants that. Any questions so far? No? Okay. You guys want to get to the good stuff. What should I post? All right, so I got some post ideas for you. Some of those include video tutorials. Video is one of our biggest things that we're trying to hit 2022, guys. We've been saying it since day one. Video is everything. I was recently reading a YouTube book, and it said, I can't remember the exact statistics, but it was for every second of video was equivalent to 15,000 words or like 1 million words. If you just think about that, the fact that me talking on the internet is going to have such a broad, better reach than if I was to just send you an email. And a lot of us are going to where we are sending video emails too, because same thing, we're getting better reach. The other day, Alice Ann sent me an email and I opened it up and it was her talking. She probably got a better response than she would out of me had she sent me just a regular email. Although that could have been a phone call too. I would have let that work too. Photos, motivational quotes, seasonal content, holiday content, national days. So National Donut Day. You guys can post a funny meme with a picture of a donut and you just got engagement. It doesn't have to be real estate related. You know, you just have to engage your core audience. And you do want to kind of switch that up a little bit. You want to make sure that you're posting real estate. You want to make sure that you're posting engaging stuff, and you want to make sure that you're posting houses. Don't make it all just real estate. Show your customers, your client base, that you are a real person. Can't express to you how hard it is for that. Be you, be authentic. Don't worry about like, this has to be perfect. If I stare at this screen right now and I look at myself, I'm going to pick out everything that bothers me about my face, about how I look, or you guys can't see it on the screen, but I have this contraption that holds my computer, has a mic, has a selfie light, has a thing to hold my phone. If you guys start looking at all of that stuff, you can get into a real panic attack about filming. And that's the last thing that we want you to do. You don't have to be fancy with it. You can do it with a cell phone. You can just one take, post it. Don't stress about it. Let's see, what else can we do? Customer generated photos. Ask your clients to take photos and tag you and tag your business page. That's one that could really drive some business. It's basically a referral in itself. They're tagging you, they're telling their friends about you, and they're showing off their house at the same time. Anytime you see your client posting a photo that has something to do with house hunting while you're doing it, go ahead and tell them at the beginning, tag me in it, please, so that all my friends know that I'm working and I'm not just sitting at home playing Candy Crush all day. Do we still play Candy Crush? What's the new one? Wordle? Wordle. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard about it. Contests, giveaways, event countdown, shout outs, ask questions. Asking questions is the best way to engage people on social media. How old were you when you bought your first house? Write that one down. I want everyone in this room to post on their Facebook today. How old were you when you bought your first house? Post it on your personal page or your business page. It doesn't matter. But I want to challenge everybody to post that and find out how old everyone was when they bought their first house. So this is one going to engage you to where people are like, oh man, I bought my first house when I was 20. Or I bought my first house when I was 40. And then you get to engage them. You get to jump in and say, oh man, I bought mine when I was this old. Start talking about the generation. You know, I've noticed millennials are buying a little bit later or earlier. Have those conversations. You're engaging them. Talk about recurring challenges. So challenges that you're seeing in the market over and over and over again. Speak out about it. One of the challenges that I've been facing and my team has been facing is that we keep getting these leads that are stuck in unrealistic expectations. You can easily make a post or a video about that. Just for example, say that you walk into a used car dealership and hold on just a second. My mom texted me. When mom texts, I always look to make sure that it's nothing too crazy. So say you walk onto a used car dealership and you got your eye on the nicest sports car they have out there. For this scenario, we're just gonna say it's a Corvette. You really want that Corvette. You walk up to that salesman and you say, I got $15,000 cash. I really want to buy that Corvette. That Corvette's $80,000. That salesman is then going to direct you to a vehicle that you can afford. Why are we not doing the same thing? If someone comes to you and they say, I want a 4,000 square foot house that is $250,000 and it has to be inside the Beltline downtown Raleigh, don't just set them on a search. Set those expectations, guide them to what is in their budget and what they can afford. And that's a conversation that you can have online that will show that you are competent and that you know this market. A lot of agents out there right now, I've seen them, they're just putting them on searches and they're showing them every house that comes up at $200,000. Don't do that. Guide them to where the houses are that are in their budget that meet what they need, not necessarily what they want. And that's a hard thing to differentiate. So that's kind of one of my reoccurring things that I've been seeing. But anything that you're seeing, like if you're having multiple offers and these people are just submitting the same offers and they're not getting any better, talk about it. You don't have to say names or name agencies. Just talk about your life in real estate. If you don't have anything to talk about in real estate, talk about your life. If you're taking your kids to soccer practice or you're going out, you're doing something fun, talk about it on your social media. Get your friends engaging. You don't want to be silent. Nobody knows you exist. You're going to be a secret agent. And trust me, even if it's not real estate related, your friends and family will find a way to make it real estate related. They'll ask you how business is. They'll ask you how's work going? How's the real estate market? You want to be able to do that. You can talk about your morning routine. I don't really have a morning routine. I do. I get up and I go to Starbucks every morning. That is my morning routine. The people at Starbucks see me come up and so this is a funny thing. My husband and I share a Starbucks account because we earn stars together. So he's primary on it. So I pull up to the Starbucks drive-thru and they're all like, hey, Patrick. I'm just like, this is really awkward. I'm not Patrick, but I'm not correcting them so that everybody at Starbucks thinks I'm Patrick. But I go so often that they know me by name and they all know I'm a real estate agent. And a couple months ago, when I happened to be charging at the Tesla chargers in North Hills and I got interviewed by the news, they saw me. So the next morning I came in and they're like, Timothy, I saw you on the news, or Patrick, I saw you on the news. And they all know that I'm a real estate agent. They may not know my correct name, but they all know how to find me and they know that I'm a real estate agent. They know that I drive the neon green Tesla. And if they need to buy or sell a house, that they can look for that. So, I mean, share those little things in the morning that you're doing. Share your inspirations. You have a DIY project that's happening at your house. That is social media content. Talk about it. If you have houses that you are previewing, take a little video of it. Post it as a sneak peek. Say, guys, look at this house that just came on the market. I'm just going to show you the bathroom. Look, just one feature that is just like really stands out. Post it. That is real estate. That is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok content. You can post it in any way that you're comfortable with, but I'm telling you guys, video. You're never going to stop hearing video. Share something you've learned. That is one of the best things that you can do. You guys are in these classes every day and you walk out of here and you're just like, man, I learned something. You guys may not be real estate related, but I feel like this can translate into everybody's life. Share that one little nugget that you learned with your sphere. And again, this can be on your business page. It could be on your personal page. Doesn't matter. You're engaging everyone that is in your core. Introductions of you. This is something that I'm working on. Instead of having a boring bio, record yourself talking about yourself. Do a video bio. You're going to attract people that are like you. Everybody loves a good Throwback Thursday or Flashback Friday. I wrote down a list of all of the national holidays so you guys can know what holidays are. There are made up ones that are not on this list. So Keep an eye out for those because those can be some fun ones too. Like National Pet Photo Day, stuff like that. That will really engage your audience. And I know I've said this a lot already, but engagement is what you want. You want people to comment on your photos, your videos. You want them to talk to you. If you're just getting likes or views, we need to talk because we need to figure out how to have a call to action where you're asking a question and they're commenting or they're engaging with you. If they're not engaging with you, that's not good. We want to be able to make sure that we're doing that. So I have some more marketing ideas for you. I'm not going to go through all of these, but set up, all your business pages, host some workshops, reach out to local businesses, network. That's really what a lot of this is networking. Even have some ideas for what to post to your Instagram stories, Facebook stories. Does everybody know what those are? Do you know what stories are? Yeah. Okay. So I know a lot of the older folks in the room probably don't use it, but I'm going to show you. So when you go to Facebook, for those of you on Zoom, if you go up to your phone, you go on Facebook, you'll see create story right at the top. If you just click create story, you can take a video or a photo. I'm going to take a photo. And you can put something on there like training day. Do a fun emoji. You can add music. You can edit it in the corner. You'll see all those little buttons right there. And then all you have to do is click share story. Now at the top of your Facebook, you'll see all those photos. I'm going to be boosted to the top of anyone's page that follows me. If they can click on that, and it's another glimpse into my life. You're more likely to get engagement on stories than you are on anything else. Alice, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think stories are great just because they're easy and you can kind of show people throughout your day.
Absolutely.
So you don't overthink it. Like you were saying, just posting throughout the day, and people love seeing what people do, especially real estate. People love looking at houses, and
it's really true. I like looking at other people's lives. I would consider myself very much a voyeur of like, I want to know what you guys are doing that I'm missing out on. So when you are, at a gala or an event, or you're in a training class, like that is a way for me to get to know you without actually having to conversate with you. And how cool is that? You had a question?
Yes, I know, like with Facebook, when you post, you get the memories.
Yes.
Is there any way to access the stories like that? Are they in your?
I know you can in Instagram. Alice, do you know for Facebook stories, is there a way to see your best of or past?
yeah, I think it's called archive. I'll have to look at it.
I know you have memories. I feel like they did add into memories where they'll show your stories from 3 years ago. Yes, they do. They added that into your memories.
Okay, so I just don't.
Yeah, if you go to your page and scroll down, and you can do like highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click new, you can see your old ones and then post them there if you want.
Yes. And I love this because you can go back and you can see January 26th of last year, I had a house under contract and I was excited about it. So posting little things like that, posting your day, all that fun jazz, make sure you're doing it. A lot of this stuff is just repeating itself over and over again. You just need to share your content. You need to be out there. You got to really engage your core audience. If you guys are doing blogs, I left you guys a blog checklist too in that chat box. I always check your grammar and spelling. If you're doing that, please, I beg of you. Nothing's worse than another agent commenting on your stuff that you misspelled deck. That one really hurts. I sent an email the other day and I meant to say shift. There was a shift in the market and I did not say shift. And I was instantly texting that person back and I was just like, I did not mean to do poop emoji. I'm so sorry. And she's like, I didn't think you were cursing at me. And I'm like, I didn't spell check it. I was typing too fast. So that's kind of a good checklist to go through and see, what you're doing. Original content is what you want to try and create. But you don't have to create your own content. You can curate your content. So if you go to any real estate website, you can find content. One of the best ones, EXP Marketing Center, has content for you on there. They have curated stuff that they've already created. It's powered through Breakthrough Broker. BreakthroughBroker.com also has all of the same stuff and then some. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I highly suggest going to BreakthroughBroker.com. One of the other ones is Keeping Current Matters. That's a paid subscription, but they have great content that you can use. If you have a new listing or you're doing an open house, blog about it. Put it on your KV Core blog, click add new blog, and just talk about what time it is, the location, talk about the neighborhood, the price point. You're going to be pushed to the top of Google searches because of that, because you have original content on your page. So make sure you guys are doing something that stands out. And when you do share posts, I'm begging you, I've seen everyone in this room. I know we're all guilty of it. You see something you like on someone else's page and you share it to your page. You don't want to do that in real estate, especially with listings. Make sure you're doing a squeeze page from your KV Core or whatever website you're using. I know a couple of you don't like KV Core. Whatever website you're using, share it from your website so you get the leads. We don't want you posting. I mean, I don't mind it. If you're going to share something that has listing NC on it, I'm just going to get your lead. But you guys really, you're working hard. You want to get your own leads and you want them coming back to you. And I want them going back to you. So kind of think about what you're posting and what you're sharing. And if there's any way that you can R&D that, if you see something you like that another agent has done, don't steal what they're doing verbatim, but you can duplicate it and make it your own. You can take that topic, you can take the premise of whatever they're sharing and try and create something that's yourself that you did on your own. Another thing that I can tell you that I recently discovered, and there may be some people that yell at me for this, but Canva has content for real estate agents. If you just go to Canva and you type in Facebook content for realtors, you can spend $6 and get an entire year's worth of social media content that all you have to do is add pictures and put in your name. So if you're one of those people that just don't have a creative bone in your body, go spend 20 bucks. Canva is your friend.
Hey, Timothy,
Yes,
can you give me that, where that was again?
for Canva,
Oh, it is.
Etsy.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
What do I search for? Sorry, I was.
No, you're fine. So if you go into Etsy and you just type in real estate content
Uh-huh.
or real estate Facebook, they have everything. They have buyer packets, seller packets, listing presentations, anything that you can think of that you would probably spend too much time trying to create on your own, they have for you.
Cool, thanks.
Yes. Keeping Current Matters was a good resource too. If you follow on social media, there is on Facebook and Instagram, the broke agent he has some really funny content. He kind of does the same thing. He has a paid subscription where you can go in and brand his memes as your own. One of the Facebook pages that I like to follow is The Lighter Side of Real Estate. They always have good content that you can share. Do that stuff. Be funny, engage your audience. But that's really the biggest thing with social media, that we're going back to the beginning here, is being consistent. So pick your social media that you guys want to do. I suggest starting with 2. Pick the 2 that you're on the most, which for most people is Facebook and Instagram. Some people may be Facebook and LinkedIn. Pick your 2 and try and plan out your month and be consistent. Make sure that you're doing it every day or however you planned it, batched it. If you're not following through with it, drop the one that you're not following through with and focus on the one that you're working with. Don't be a secret agent. Nobody wants a secret agent. We don't know you exist. All right, any questions?
You said to do separate content when you're making a post.
Mhm.
So if you post to Instagram, most of us have it tied into Facebook.
Okay.
Would you untie that?
Not necessarily. For you specifically, is your audience the same on your Facebook as it is your Instagram?
No.
Now, see, in your case, you're fine. Me, on the other hand, I would say I built my Instagram on the premise of I want it to be purely organic. I only want buyers and sellers that I've worked with on it, and then I want to grow from there. So I have not invited anybody outside of my normal sphere that would also be on my Facebook to my Instagram. Not everyone operates like that. Most people are just growing in any direction they can. And it doesn't really matter where those followers come from. So that can kind of vary, based on how you're set up. If they're not identical audiences, cross post all day long, doesn't matter. I will cross post to Facebook and LinkedIn because I feel like those are two different things. I try not to add real estate agents on my Facebook unless I know them, but I will add every single real estate agent on LinkedIn. So I feel like those audiences are completely different. So that really just depends on what you're going for. Now, I will tell you, if you are running a boost from Facebook and you're cross-posting it to Instagram with the boost, make sure that it's not something that has a link. Because if you're boosting that post and it has a link and it's going to Instagram, you're paying for just likes on a photo versus you don't have an engagement or a call to action. So I always suggest that you don't boost that to your Facebook, your Instagram. Yes.
So I have my personal
Okay.
page, and then we have a business page.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to post on the business page, but we know nothing goes there. And I
Okay.
try not to keep it always real estate related there, kind of going back to it. Do you suggest kind of just posting on your personal page and then tagging maybe your business page to kind of get the growth there?
I kind of do both.
Okay.
So anything I'm doing that I want to post on my personal page, but could be deemed business,
Mhm.
I will always tag listing NC.
Okay.
I'll do it as like a check-in where I'm checking in that I'm here. That way people know I exist, but I also like to tell people, hey, I have 700 followers right now on our business page, but none of y'all are liking or commenting on stuff. Can you go look at the page? We have a couple things that we just posted and kind of try and drive your traffic from your personal page to your business. Another thing that I like to do is post something juicy on my business page and then share it to my personal. That way it's redirecting those folks back over there. But I really try to, if I'm doing that, I try to do like that engagement post. So where you said, how old were you when you bought your first house? Maybe post it on your business page and share it to your personal. And that way they're commenting and they're looking back at your page. And maybe someone else is like, oh, let me share this. This is a good quiz. And then you've just started to build your brand. Anything else? Anybody? You're not quiet today. What about you, Connor? You have anything to add to us? What should we be doing on Instagram, since you're an Instagram expert?
Always use hashtags and always
Okay.
capitalize the first letter of the word in the hashtag.
All right, so we always want a hashtag. And what was that?
Always capitalize, so if you're doing, let's see, like new construction, capital N, capital C,
Okay.
EXP Realty, capitalize the R.
Now, is that just so it's easier to read, or is there?
Easier to see it and read, and for some reason that makes people just, they see it, they click on it, they go to it.
Okay.
It just stands out more, and that seems to work better than having everything lowercase, and it kind of just runs together.
Okay. So for those of you online, if you didn't catch that, Connor said that if you are you want to make sure you're hashtagging everything, which is great advice. So make sure that when you're posting something, if you're doing hashtag new construction or hashtag EXP, you want to make sure that you are capitalizing the N in new and the C in construction. It makes it easier to read and people are more likely to click on it. Also, I highly suggest tagging locations.
Yes.
So if you are out showing a house and it is in Clayton or Riverwood, to be specific, if you can tag Riverwood in there and then hashtag EXP on it as well, but you've actually checked into the location, anyone in that location that clicks on photos that were recently taken in Riverwood or Clayton, you're going to pop up to the top of that list. So that's just another way to gain some exposure through Instagram.
I get everything you can, hashtags, locations,
Mhm.
people, places.
Yes.
everything you can possibly put in there.
There are some very cool hashtag generators. If you Google hashtag generator and you're just not sure about what to post, you can type in real estate related hashtags and there'll be a whole list that you can come up with. I would say make sure that you pick something that is unique to you. So one of the ones that I use, since my team is listing NC, I hashtag listing NC on everything so that I can go back and look at it and see everything that my team has done. And same thing, anyone who's looking at my business will see, if they click on listing NC, everything that was hashtagged, they can see the 3,000 posts that myself and my team has done since we started in real estate. And that kind of ends up being almost like a portfolio for you. So it's your resume on Instagram.
I have a
People are gonna look at it.
question.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
So like I've heard like different takes on this, but some people will say to not put all your hashtags in your actual status, like make it your first comment, because when you put a bunch of hashtags like in the caption, you come off as spammy. So they say that it looks better when you put it in your comments and then it also generates a comment. Is that true?
I would not suggest that, because the way that the algorithms work for Facebook and Instagram, it's actually taking off your posts, not your comments. So your comment is not going to generate the hashtags into their algorithm. What I personally do is I put whatever I'm putting as my captions, and then I press the space bar a ton so that it comes up as a ... So everyone's not seeing it unless they click on that ... then they have the hashtags.
Do that, or put a dash, you can put a dash, or it's like way down here.
Yeah, so you can do enter dash, or do a whole bunch of like downward emojis or something. That way it's not looking like spam. It doesn't pop up there right away, but definitely the comment thing is not going to work with the Facebook algorithm or Instagram, because that's not tagging it to the post.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. What else you guys got? Is anybody using Snapchat for business? No. So Snapchat will, if you're doing your stories on Snapchat, you can actually click to add links to your stories. So say you are out showing $1 million house and you are panning through that gorgeous bathroom, right? You created a squeeze page before you went there. You have that link in your text message. You can copy and paste that link and attach it to your Snapchat. So if anyone's like, oh my God, Timothy, that house is amazing, show me more, they can just click the link and it's going to take them to the squeeze page. And now you've got a chance to capture them as a lead and you've built your brand. And that's pretty cool and easy to do. You can do that with Instagram stories. You can do it with Snapchat stories and Facebook stories. I have personally closed 6 deals last year off of my sphere from Snapchat. I always take pictures of, I always do videos of bathrooms. If there is a phenomenal shower, I will get in it and take a selfie, or do a video where I'm just like spinning around and I'm just like, I want a shower here. It's goofy, it's corny, but everybody loves it. I get comments on it all day long. Everyone's like, that's so cool. I love that bathroom. Bathrooms and kitchens and special features in homes. You're going to grab everyone's attention, even if they're not looking for a house. Another cool thing, I don't know if anyone's using in here, is Linktree. Anyone in here using Linktree? Anyone on the yes, Alice said she's using Linktree. So Linktree is exactly what it sounds like. It's a tree of links. So if you go to my Instagram, which is Timothy Sells NC, or Listing NC's Instagram, either one of those, you're going to see in my bio a link that says Linktree. Under that link, it's going to have links to my blog. It's going to have links to search for houses. It's going to have a link for new construction. It's going to have a link that says that we're hiring. So I put in all of that stuff. I also have a link in there that says homes under 200. I work in Johnson County. A lot of people like houses that are cheap. So that is my gimmick to get people in the door. You can make that whatever you want, but you can have multiple links in one place, and that could benefit you in your real estate career. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. It's LINK. Oh, let me double check. It's like .tree, I believe. Hold on. It's linktr.ee. Like I said, if you go to my Instagram, Timothy Sells NC, you'll see that link in there and kind of what it looks like. I have a link to my YouTube. Got a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. But really just be present, be active. If you're not doing TikTok, I highly suggest you all get on there and play around with it. There are a lot of buyers right now who are using agents and lenders that they found on TikTok. And it is very easy to use. Be yourself, be authentic, be fun. Like I said, though, no, this isn't for everybody. Pick the one or two that works best for you and go with it. Sorry, go ahead.
Is TikTok only videos and, okay, does it last, like Facebook stories are only there for 24 hours, correct?
Yes.
So TikTok,
TikTok, if you post it, it stays until you delete it.
so it's there.
Yeah.
It can be videos or it could be
Mhm.
still shots that you
Yeah,
scroll through.
it's very similar to like Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
You can do up to 3 minutes recording though.
Yeah. You do 3 minutes of recording on it, up to 3 minutes. You don't have to do 3 minutes, but you can do it. A lot of folks do it for dancing or singing or funny memes and content, but there are agents out there who are using it to show how they're an expert. So one of the agents that I follow is Glenda Baker. If you have TikTok, write her name down, look her up. Got her name from Tina. This lady is phenomenal. She's on Instagram too. She is an older lady. She's, I would say, over 50. No, I would say she's not 20. So don't be sitting here saying, oh, I'm too old to be on social media. Because I know I can see it. I can see everyone over here saying I'm too old to be on social media. You're not, I promise you. There are people that are older. Betty White was on. Just say, okay. All right, yeah, Betty White was on social media. I'm just saying, up until she died, right?
I'm only half Betty White's age, but I'm pretty old and I'm on social media. I'm probably the oldest one in that room, right?
No, you are not. You are not.
Well, you're never too old.
But if you've noticed, Tracy has started a fun fact day that she will do a post where she says a fun fact about real estate. And
Fun
that
Fact Friday.
Yeah, Fun Fact Friday. And that has been phenomenal. I'm watching her and I'm just like, why am I not doing that? I could do the same thing. I don't have to do the same fun fact as her, but my audience isn't the same as hers. Now, I would never take her video and do it verbatim because I just feel icky about that. But there's nothing wrong with taking that idea and morphing it into your own. Maybe yours is Motivational Monday, where you're going to sit down and talk for a minute on Monday and just tell everybody what's driving you. You know, that could be a good one. You know, there are tons of things that you could do like that. But Glenda Baker, let's get back to her. Look her up. She tells stories. She talks about the market. She talks about things that she's done wrong. She's one of the TikToks I watched of her the other day. She was talking about how she accidentally sold the wrong house to somebody.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a sight unseen offer. And the guy said, I want the house that's on so-and-so road. There's 2 houses on that road. They bought the wrong house. He never saw it. He went to the day of closing. He called her and was like, I'm at the house. The people are still here. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm in the driveway. Nobody's here. No, she did not. The guy was an investor and he ended up being okay with it. But it's just saying, like, we're all human. And this multi-million-dollar producer is out there telling her people that she made a mistake. Obviously, this is probably 20 years ago that this happened to her. So it's not relevant for today. You know, she's not going to get in trouble. She's not being investigated for it. That all passed. But watch her, watch how she articulates things, how she talks about real estate. Another one that I would say to follow is That Mortgage Guy. He is a lender. That Mortgage Guy. He is 28 years old and has become a millionaire thanks to TikTok. He is a top producing lender and he gets all of his leads from TikTok. Now, I'm not saying TikTok has to be your jam, but use it to get content ideas. When you see somebody that is doing something that is phenomenal and you're just like, man, I could do that and I could do it better, do it. Go lock yourself in a room, put your phone up and record a video. It does not have to be perfect. You can stutter, you can say, not gonna make any difference. People are gonna respect you for being human. Yes, do not do 5 takes.
Don't watch it back. Do not watch it.
Yes.
When you're scrolling down through Facebook and on
Yes.
the reels that pop up, it was like 4 million.
Mhm.
What are those that's Instagram? Is that?
Yes, Facebook Reels is showing you Instagram Reels.
Okay, so
Mhm.
those reels, those are from Instagram.
Yes. Yep. You don't have to have a perfect background either, you guys. Just make sure that you have clear audio and that you're enunciating and people can hear you. Other than that, you could be sitting in your closet on the floor, move your clothes aside and just kind of sit up against the wall, do your thing. I like doing it on Zoom. So when I do my videos for like training, I will open Zoom and click record because you can pick different backgrounds with Zoom. So you can make it seem like you're somewhere else or just have a generic background. That way people don't see that your home isn't clean or you didn't do the dishes today. Because that's what's stopping you from making your video, right? It's that you're just like, oh man, I don't look good today. I didn't do my makeup. I got dishes to do. I don't feel like it. I got bags under my eyes. I don't like the way I sound.
Put on a hat.
It's all in your head.
Put on a hat.
Put on a hat.
Yeah. If your hair looks bad, put on a hat.
There you go, guys. Wear a hat. Everyone's shaking their head. No, Tracy. All right. So my
I'd
challenge.
be curious.
I
have a
liked my
question.
little bee
Yes.
in the snowstorm the other day. My hat was cute.
It was cute. Yes.
I'd be curious to know, like, what is the main thing? Like, why do people, what's the biggest thing holding you back from posting more on social media? Is it not knowing what to post, scared? I'd love to hear everybody's take on it.
I can tell you what mine is. So my fear is it's not a fear, it's procrastination. I'm a procrastinator. I wait to the very last minute to do everything, and that is just my personality. And that is why I have an accountability partner that says, Timothy, what the hell are you doing? And you may need that too, is that having that someone's other than just the voice in the back of your head saying, I really should do a video today. And then you don't do it. And then nobody's mad at you because you're the only one holding yourself accountable and you're not mad about it. So that's my personal one. Here, let me turn my laptop so you can see my room of people, and then we can. All right, who wants to go? What's your guys's? Come on, anybody. What's holding you back?
I think I would.
Fear of comments.
Stephanie said she feels like she looks stupid. You don't look stupid.
Yeah.
You're smart.
Hey, Timothy, can I chime in again? You know me. I like to talk.
Yes.
Hey, I think we all feel like we look stupid on video. In fact, I think I look stupid right now. But here's the thing that I
That's
realized.
phenomenal.
Thanks. Here's the thing I realized a couple of weeks ago. And I think I said this in our last meeting in that room. You have to understand that what you look like and what you say is what people see all day, every day. And they already like you. So it doesn't matter if what you look like, because that is the way all of us see you. Everybody sitting in that room, you look exactly like you do right now. So put it up there because it's who you are. And they're either going to love you or they're not, but they already know that about you. You're not giving them anything new. You're just giving them more of you.
And you're going to attract like-kind people. You're going to attract people that are like you. So if you're not being yourself, you're not being authentic, you're going to attract the wrong people. So you need to be human. You need to be yourself.
I can post all day long, but I can do posting more personal than real estate. When I start to post real estate, it's less engagement, or I've actually had friends say, I'm so tired of seeing everything real estate related. So it kind of like put a damper on me. So that's why I created a business page to kind of do different.
You
You're
bounce
not my
back.
true friend. I hate you.
You bounce back and forth.
I try. I do a lot more personal.
What if
Yeah.
But I keep it very private. My personal page is not public and I'm very.
That is a big mistake.
I know, but I'm very
She's not
close.
gonna check. She's not gonna
I'm
check
very
that.
close on what is shown because I show a lot of my daughter. And if
Mhm.
I personally don't know you
Yeah.
or have any interaction, you're not getting on that page. Now, if it's real estate related or something that could be public, I will change the engagement there to be public, but some of my private life is private.
That's not gonna change.
I've heard that a lot about real estate agents, and I can tell you my personal view on that is anything I post is on the internet.
Correct.
Any of my friends could screenshot that and share it elsewhere. What is the point of me hiding it? Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right here now. When you take your child out into public, do you throw something over her face so nobody can see her? Only your friends can see her. And everyone's gonna see your child. So if you're posting like in the bathtub or something, yeah, I understand that.
She's 13. No.
13 come on. She's probably all over social media
She probably
herself.
knows a lot more.
Her daughter has social media.
Yes.
Oh, then
That's-
come on.
But there are certain things that I've had. There's been some stalkerish people,
Yeah.
but.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
There's always
sensitive.
creepy people, and
Very, yes.
sometimes they need to be booted and they just need to be blocked.
And like
But
you, I don't friend a lot of real estate agents unless I know them, and I've always been taught from before, and it sounds really bad, I don't go and like a lot of other agents' posts,
Mhm.
because then it pushes them above me.
absolutely, it will.
I hate doing that, I hate being like that, I'm like, I'm proud of them, but
Yep.
I'm like, I can't really.
When you're running Facebook ads, you can actually do, you can click to to advertise to people who like your page and their friends. What I've done to make myself private on Facebook is my page is public, but my friends are private.
Mhm.
You cannot go through my Facebook page and go through my friends list. And then that's never going to happen with Timothy. But there are people who are really stalker. They'll go through people you've tagged and add them that way. It's just a fact of internet life. We're in an age where it is appropriate for someone to add someone on Facebook that they don't know.
Yeah.
I moved into my neighborhood at the very beginning of COVID. And I didn't get to meet any of my neighbors like I wanted to, because I wanted to go run out and just say, hi, this is me. I didn't do that. I had to be a creeper. I went through the register of deeds and I looked at who owned every house around me and I added them on Facebook. Because I'm just like, I need to know who my neighbors are. Like, we need to have some type of community. Well, at that time, there was one, but I didn't know who ran it and I didn't know how to get invited to it. Now we have one. So anybody else have anything that they like to share about why they don't want to do video, what's holding them back?
I'd like to comment on what you guys are talking about. I think that it's totally, and this is just my everybody's got a different opinion on everything. It's totally okay if like there's certain parts of your life that you don't want to share. And I think that's a great thing to be okay with. Like I have my personal relationship. I don't share a whole lot on social media because he doesn't like social media.
Mhm.
So I respect that. And I think that's okay. Also for safety purposes, like when I'm doing a story in my neighborhood, I always watch it back to make sure you can't see like my street sign in the back or anything like that. I think it's a huge like thing to think about safety because we are so public and there are so many ways to find our phone number, find our address, all that. So I think that is very important, especially, I mean, I feel like females are a little more susceptible to that. The other thing I do a lot of times for safety is I will post something later. So if I'm at a restaurant, one, I want to be in the moment with whoever I'm having lunch with or, dinner with, but also like I'll just do a bunch of stories and then do them later. So then you're not like in that place. So if safety is a concern, those are all great things to think about.
And I can tell you, just being a fly on the wall of Tina's life, I watch her through her stories. She doesn't post until like 10, 11 o'clock at night for her stories. She might post one or two things in the day. So you don't know when that happened. That could have been something that happened hours ago. I like how you're saying, be conscious, be aware. But I will tell you, I wouldn't be as stressed as not posting the street. If you own a house, I know how to find your address. If you have a phone number or an email address that's public, you can be found. So just remember that you are a public figure. That's something that a lot of real estate agents don't understand. They say that they want to have a private life, but they're also upset that people aren't calling them. It's because you're not announcing to the world that you're a public figure, and you are. So be loud, be proud. You're a real estate agent, your broker. You work hard for what you do. You're bettering yourself with education every day. You are the expert. And that's what you want to make sure that your sphere, your clients, your friends, your family, they all understand that you are an expert.
What is the goal per day for posting? Like, 'cause I know we're new, we're not comfortable with it, I would say one a day and then work your way up, but I've heard several different.
Like 2 to 3 times a day, or is it like?
is there
I've
16
heard-
times a day? I mean-
I've heard that there are certain equations of what you're supposed to be posting, but honestly, in my experience, a post a day
It's better than none.
is better than none. Exactly. So do what you can. It is better to do more, but you can diversify that. You can do one post and then do 20 photos or videos on your story. That is so easy to do. You could just, how many of you in here have a dog or a cat? Yeah.
I did
Take a
the
picture of your
other
dog wagging its tail or a video
day,
of
wearing
it.
a sweater.
Yeah. People love that and it will start a conversation. I guarantee it. I would be very surprised if you had no engagements. Talk about something real estate related. Ask a question.
So how do you come up with the content? I know you gave us ideas and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but what are some things to, if you're not one who is I'm not social media,
Mhm.
like very rare am I on Facebook or anything like that. So how do you motivate yourself, or how do you get into the habit of making that schedule and completing it? Because I'm a procrastinator too, and if it
It's
doesn't
time
get
block.
done because Facebook's not my friend. It's the last thing on my totem pole.
So what I try to do is I try to set a time that I'm going to have everything done by for social media. Like
Okay.
if you're not time blocking, that's a whole different
Yeah.
story. You need to time block your life. It's going to change your life if you're not.
Yeah.
But take that Monday through Friday list and write it down and put it on wherever you have all the rest of your schedule, and look at that at the end of the week and just look back at it and say, oh my God, I had this goal of doing 5 posts. I only did 3. You did 3. That's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Give yourself a high five. If you did nothing, you need to reevaluate your life and ask why, what held me back? Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I want to do it? Why was I procrastinating so much? If you're panicking about what to post, read through that list. I've got enough in there that you can come up with 1 week's worth of content easily. And it doesn't have to be that stuff. You can share a house, whatever website you're using, go in, find a house, find something that's coming soon, find something that just sold. You can post just solds. That's content, but you want to call to action in there. When you're posting a house, say that it has a funky feature. Like last year I had a thread going where I was finding funky bathrooms, weirdest bathrooms. And then my friends and family started getting in on it. They were like, I found this post with this like ugly MLS photos that have like these bathrooms that are in the middle of a stairwell or something. I would get that they would start tagging me in it. They'd start sharing it to my page to where I didn't even have to do it.
Yeah.
My weekly weird bathrooms were just popping up on their own. So that's what you want. That's your goal, is to have your people engaging.
And then with that too being, is it a goal of a post, or is it a goal of more towards the story instead of a post? Because more people watch the stories than they do a post. Like if I'm gonna go on Facebook, I'd rather sit there and look through those stories than I would
on the story.
And see, she's the opposite. She never puts it on the story.
That's why I say do both.
I will do a
Do both.
story and watch 5 of them, and then I'm done. I'm like, okay, that was enough. Oh, God.
Yeah. I would say, so one of the things that my family has kind of done that I've always annoyed me in the beginning, but I actually like it now. And I've noticed that it engages my core audience. My sister will tag me in everything. Everything. Her kid is drawing on the wall, drawing on herself. Guess what? I'm tagged in that post, and all my friends are seeing my niece is drawing on herself. And they all comment about it. And they're like, God, that little kid is crazy. And I'm just like, that's not my kid. That's just my niece. But she's created content for me.
Okay.
So have your people tag you and stuff. Talk about your day. Everybody take a picture right now, take a selfie, post it to your story. Then maybe make a post of like, God, I learned something awesome today about social media. Post your goal on your page. Like, I'm trying to get better at social media. If you guys don't see me making 3 posts a week, yell at me. You know, tag somebody in it. That's going to be your accountability partner.
Timothy, I also have heard that if like we get asked a lot of questions. So every time you get asked a question about real estate, that becomes content, because if
Yes.
somebody asks you, realize that they also, other people don't know the answer. And here's a really stupid example. And I don't know what kind of engagement I'll get on Friday, but I've already decided my fun fact Friday is going to be, do you know you're supposed to change your air filters every 30 days? Do you guys realize that people don't realize that? Like, we know that because we do it all the time, but there are people out there who have no idea they're supposed to change their air filter every 30 days.
I would like to see a raise of hands. Everyone who's changed their filter in the last 30 days.
I do it every month.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think I have. I did just change mine, but see, there's like, that's the kind of thing that you know, it doesn't have to be earth shattering and it doesn't have to be sales pitchy. Because I think somebody in the room said something about their friends are tired of real estate. Make it about real estate, but through the back door. Like, it's, they don't know that you're teaching them about real estate because you're not trying to sell them something. You're trying to educate them and give them useful information, but it relates to real estate and makes you look like the expert.
I will tell you, when I'm doing a video, you'll never catch me saying, "Hi, I'm Timothy Neubauer.
Not to do that.
I'm with Listing NC at EXP Realty," and then go into your story. Never do that. I'm gonna post the video of just me talking.
It's just like Leona. Hey. That's her tagline. Hey.
Yep.
She starts every video with hey.
Yep. And that's all you have to do. You're creating your brand. You don't have to reiterate it. They already know, one, that I'm Timothy.
Yeah.
And if they look at my profile,
They'll know
or
you're-
they know I'm a real estate agent. It is not a secret. Yeah, it is. And you got to think about, what is your brand? How are you going to portray yourself? And really, the answer to that question is to be yourself, to stand out, be bold. You know, I've noticed Leona likes to wear red.
Yes.
You always see her in red. I like blue jeans, and my favorite color is green. So you're going to see me in blue greens and a neon green Tesla. 9 times out of 10, you're going to see me driving around town. You're not going to miss me. I can't tell you how many clients I've had that I'm like, how many of those Teslas are there driving around that are neon green? And I'm like, there's only one. It's custom. And everyone's like, but I see you everywhere. How is that possible? Like, that's why I did it. I wanted you guys to see where I am. And now I'm trying to start a trend where if someone sees me out and about, I want you to take a picture of me and post it on my page. Like, I saw you selling houses, you know? But those are things that you have to do, is build your brand, be unique, be yourself, put yourself out there. I can't tell you how many times I've told every single person in this room not to be a secret agent. I'm telling all y'all guys too.
You should do a video with like a mask on and like secret agent.
There's so many of them. I can't tell you how many times I'm mentoring somebody and I tell them, like, the first thing I want you to do is go on your Facebook page and announce that you're a real estate agent. It doesn't have to be, hey, I'm a new real estate agent. It's just, did you know I'm a real estate agent? All you have to do is make a single post. If you go through your last 5 days of history on any of your social media, and it is not abundantly clear that you're a real estate agent, you're a secret agent.
I did pretty well as a secret agent, but.
Yes.
I did post real estate stuff. I did, we're good. Okay, thank you.
And I really like the idea of what Tracy was saying, where you're posting something engaging, talking about the frequently asked questions, things you're doing. And we're doing a lot of new construction right now. New construction is like uncharted territory to a lot of people. They don't know what to do. And every builder is so opposite of what they're doing right now. Post your experiences. One, you're going to help your other real estate agents in the area that don't know how to deal with that builder. You're just giving them an in. So you're becoming an expert with other agents, and then you're becoming the expert for buyers too.
Just be careful, don't bash anybody.
No, don't bash somebody. But you can say, I had an experience with a builder. You don't have to say what the builder was. You're just going to say, this is my experience. Or this doesn't really sit right with me. Are you guys seeing this too in the market? And you just talk about your experience. Talk about what your pains are. Talk about what happened that was awesome. You know, if you were able to negotiate in where you got blinds and refrigerator in this market, you need to be talking about it because you're going to get some leads off of that because everyone else is laughing you out of the room. So you just became an expert for that builder. So, fun things to think about. This is all I had for today. Alice, did you want to add anything in before we call it?
I was just gonna say, like, there's ways to talk about being a real estate agent without saying, hey, by the way, I'm a real estate agent.
Yes.
Like the other day, I went to like 3 different Bojangles because I could not find French fries. And I thought it was funny, but also I had just done 5 hours worth of showings. So instead of being like, hey, I'm a real estate agent, I was like, hey, I just finished 5 hours worth of showings. The whole time, all I was thinking about was Bojangles. So like, even though it has nothing to do with real estate, it's still showing like, hey, on Sunday, I was showing houses. So I think there's ways to like work it in, or like, oh gosh, how many times have you used like a gas station bathroom in between showings? Like that kind of stuff I think is hilarious. And that's like real estate, you know, like you could even be like, no selling sunset here. Like this is what really, I mean, like writing offers at dinner, like things like that. I think
I
people
posted
really,
one like that. Mhm.
yeah, people enjoy stuff like that. And I think, you know, just being a real person and like the funny sides, like you were saying, the funny sides of real estate, people love that. And it's talking about your life. You're not saying, hey, use me for real estate. It's just saying like, don't for, you know, it's a way to use it without.
Subliminal messaging.
There you go.
You're putting it into their brain that you're a real estate agent and they're not even thinking about it. So that one girl that was on your page that was upset about you posting about stuff all the time. It's not going to be you posting salesy stuff. It's just you talking about your life. And honestly, if she doesn't like it, she should just keep scrolling or unfollow me. There's a beautiful unfollow button on Facebook. I have unfollowed many people.
Yes.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Tina.